All right, good afternoon. The Chairman Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center. Our legal department, co-comments and the reviewers have been Mrs. Shola, live from the Ikeja Allen Avenue branch, presenting before you a case of a family misunderstanding and child neglect reported by Mrs. NWORKA Chinenye Stella against Mr. JASPA Walker, who happened to be her husband. Please join us as we interview, hear, and also contact the defendant for peaceful resolution. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV. And follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center. For useful information, visit our website on www.hdpc.org.ng. Thank you. All right, Ms. Stella, can we hear from you, please?
Okay. I have to start from when I got married to
Right.
my husband. After our wedding, 2 months after the wedding, my husband resigned from his job.
Can you speak up a little?
Okay. After 2 months of our marriage, wedding, my husband resigned from his job. So even as at the point he wants to resign, he told me, I said, why do you want to resign? He said that the owner of the company employs somebody ahead of him, that is the sister, that the sister will be controlling him, something like that. I say it doesn't mean, as far as at the end of the month you collect your salary and you will be fine. It doesn't matter who is ahead of you or this. My husband resigned, he went ahead and resigned from his job. Since then that he resigned from that job, I've been the one carrying the burden of that house, the children's school fees, children upkeeping, house rents, lot of things in the house. I will ask him look for job. He tried getting a job. He even got a job with mutual benefits as a marketer. When he started,
Go
when he got that job, they even want to promote him as a because he was on the field. They want to even take him to the office so that they will be paying him salary. He said no, that he doesn't want that. They are looking for who they will come and tie
Can
down.
you speak up a little? I
They are,
didn't hear what you're saying.
that they will come and they are looking for who they want to tie down at the office. That is not coming. He refused to take the offer at the office. He actually resigned there. Even on my own where I was working, if job opportunity comes for me, I will say no. I have a job that I'm doing already. Let my husband take it. Some he will go, he will come back that no, he's not doing it. The house rent will expire. My husband will say he doesn't have money. There was a money they paid us in my office, about 700 and something thousand. And I told my husband that look, let's get a land in this Lagos. It will not be good for the both of for us to stay. We don't have anything. I gave him about 350,000 naira. Before he bought that land, I was disturbing him. Eventually, he said he has bought it. Oh yeah, go and show me the place. Let's see the place. He will say today I will take you, tomorrow I will take you, today I will take you. After some years, he later went and showed me the place. When he showed me the place, I said, okay, it will be good for us to start something. He said, no problem, when we are ready. So eventually, I was ready, let's start something. Then I told him. He said, after. But because he went with his car, I couldn't locate the place. So I want him to take me or show me public transport that I can enter. He refused to show me. When I called the uncle that see, the uncle have to call him, what is this woman talking about? He came inside, he was shouting at me. So I went to report him to his uncle. I said, land that we bought, let's start something. He refused to show me. On my own, I cannot go there. He said he told me that the land has gone. The land has gone. I said, how can the land go? I have to call his uncle. See. The uncle called him. What are you talking about? How can the land go? If you even though you are a baby, they will show you another place or give you back your money. He said the land has gone. That he will be giving me my money small. Till today I did not see the money. Even where we are staying, I look at the compound. We are staying in a room and parlour. The compound is somehow. I look at it that could it be that this compound is affecting us? that almost all the men in that compound they are not doing well, let's try and change environment, maybe things will improve for you. He said that okay, for now he doesn't have money. I said okay, I will collect money from my cooperative, we can use it to get another apartment, let's just change environment and see if things will improve for you. He said okay, I got a loan from my cooperative, we rented a house, everything that finished that place was about 900 and something thousand. We stayed 5 years in that house. All the 5 years we stayed in that house, I was the one paying for that rent. If I ask him pay money, he will say he doesn't have. So we stayed there. Oh, even the day we moved in that house, I was pregnant, we moved in. I gave birth to my son then. So 2 days that they discharged me from the hospital, I came home. When I came home, my sister had already arranged the children room. So I stayed in the children's room. So when it was 3 months for me to resume from my maternity leave, I said, okay, let me go and be arranging my shirt to the other room. I went there. I saw that everything was just the way we kept it. Nothing was arranged. I told my husband, "Ah, you didn't arrange in all this place." He said, if that is what I will come and be telling him here, I better stay where I am. I dropped those clothes I was carrying. I dropped it on the bed, go back to bring hangers and others. Before I was coming back, he has moved all my clothes back, so I should stay where I'm coming from. That if he's have to come and tell him how to stay, I say, I'm just telling you that you did not sweep here since we moved. He said I should stay where I am. Till 5 years we lived there, I never entered that room. If my husband is going out, he will lock the door. Coming in, he will lock the door.
Keep the emotion and let us hear what you are saying,
Yes, ma'am.
because you, some of you cause all the problem. Once you come to the public, you dey cry.
No.
You are crying so that I will not hear you, or you are crying
Okay.
at what?
It's the way, no, I'm not crying so that so he will close the door. Throughout we stayed there, I never entered that room. Even my children, we don't enter that room. So when my job stopped, it was when my job stopped that I knew the type of person I was staying. My husband changed. He started calling me names, that I'm responsible for his problem, I'm this, I'm that. I said, while I was working, I wasn't responsible for your issue. How come now that um, I'm no more working? I'm now responsible for your this thing. Even my husband had 3 cars and 2 cars and a bus. Those cars used to stay outside like this from morning till night, January to December. Come and drop us from school, problem. Come and take us or help me pick the children. My husband will say no. Even a woman selling close to us say, madam, is it not your husband that has all this car? Go and learn how to drive. I even went out of my way, paid money outside, learn how to drive. I came back. I said, I've learned how to drive with this, that. My husband used to keep the key on the television. He started removing it. He started removing battery from the motor. I never touched that motor. My children, when they send them out from school, the owner of the school said that since I cannot pay for the school fees again, that the children should leave the school. He brought later for us to pay her balance. So I called my husband, I gave her the bill, say, see, let's go and meet this woman.
Madam, clean up your kata now.
I
You are
say,
embarrassing me here.
I'm sorry. I say, ma, I called my husband, I say, please, let's go and meet the owner of the school and talk to him, I mean her, that these children school, maybe she should allow us when we have things set, finalized set, that we'll pay her. My husband say, let me see the letter the woman gave to you. After seeing it, he shouted at me, say, so this is the type of amount I pay for these children in school. So see, this is the type of amount I pay for
Which
this.
is what is the amount?
As a woman calculated everything we are going, it was around 300 and something thousand. He say, in short,
How many children?
I had 3 children.
How much is their school fees per term?
It's about 80 something.
How much was your salary?
Then I was paid after deduction, I'll be left with 83,000.
53,000. You are complaining that your husband has never supported you. Right from inception. How, did, how long did it focus? Okay, finish your statement first.
Okay. Okay. So when he saw the list, he said, in short, I'll be the one dealing with her. I should continue with her, that she can't follow me to that woman. She didn't follow me. He refused to go. So the children was driven from school. I stayed at home for some time. I have to go and borrow money and put them to a lower school. So when my at that period of my job has stopped. So when I now got another, before I got another job, my husband used to be at home. If I ask her, I'm going to, while I was still working, if I ask her to hold my children for me, my husband would say no, that I should go and find where to keep my children. I'll be looking for nannies, looking for maybe a school service that will hold my child for me. My husband will refuse. It get to a point that I have to pay him to hold the children for me. If I don't give him anything, he would ask me, go and see, look where he will keep the children that he's not around. Sometimes I will carry my children from Baganda, I will go to Elasa, I will go to Oba, keeping them in my auntie place or telling my younger ones to hold my children for me. Even the house, we couldn't pay for the house again. The landlord have to send us away. And at that period, that land, our house was about to expire. My husband family, they sold their father's property and they gave my husband 3 point something million. My husband was now talking about that house rent. I said, you are the one they paid this amount. Why can't you pay from this amount? My husband refused to pay. The landlord allowed us like for 2 years. When we could not pay, he sent us away. My husband said we should go and find where we will squat. That period, my company have to pay me 25% pension this thing. I didn't tell him it was for pension. I just told him I'm borrowing cooperative. Say I cannot go and live with people. So that money came. We looked for a house about 366,000. I paid for that house. We entered there. After we entered there, a few months we entered, the compound people have to call meeting and say they want to change to prepaid and some are standing bill. After they share the money, they gave my husband.
About your volume. You know I'm not the only one deciding that.
Okay,
So
ma, I'm
try for
sorry.
you to speak up. I can't go through.
I'm sorry. So when they share the money in the compound, they now told my husband her own his own. My husband came inside the house and told me that they share the money for the light and for their some outstanding, that he cannot pay for the house rent, cannot pay for the light, that he will be looking for us to be going to the village. I said, okay, whenever you are ready, we'll go to the village. After 1 week of telling me, he came back. He said that since he told me this, he noticed that I'm not happy. I said, how can I be happy? Am I a baby that you will bundle me and take me to the village? People are looking for ways to come to the city. You in the city, you want to go to the village to do what? Do you have a job there? In short, if you are ready to go to the village, look for a work for me, change the children's school, you go to the village. My husband refused to do anything. The shop he has, when my work, so I begged him, let me come and be selling by your side. He asked me what do I want to sell. I said anything. He said lie lie that he's not allowing me. I will bring rats and bring coke. I said what is it? I don't mind. I will get a drum and be packing things there. My husband refused me to sell there. So we started managing. Even I went online loan, collecting loan, just to make sure the children, if I asked him, he say he doesn't have. If I call his people to talk to him, they will talk to him. My husband refused for us to meet together to settle the issue. So recently I got a job. So that was what I've been using to manage myself. So the thing has choked me. What really made me to come here is that my husband has been threatening me to pack my things and go. That is no more interested in the marriage. I say, if you don't want to marry me, no problem. But these children, you have to cater for them. You have to take care of them. So that is why I'm here for them to help me to put things right. True.
How did you meet the man?
I met him on my way coming back from work.
Hmm?
I met him on my way coming back from work.
On your way coming back from work.
Yes, ma'am.
He left you or you met at the bus stop? Both of you met at the bus stop.
He lifts me. There
Gave
is
you a
not,
lift.
yes, not really a lift. He was actually carrying people. He was actually using that bus to, he picked some people. So along the line, they dropped at the bus stop. He asked me where I was going. I said I'm still going towards Oshodi side. I said okay. So from there we exchange number. That was how I got to know him.
Did you court? Was there any courtship between you and him before you married?
Yes, the courtship was like 2 years, but we didn't really meet like that because I was working. Each time he would call me, I would tell him, okay, I'm busy, I'm this, but we keep on talking on phone. A few occasions we meet once in a while in a fast food joint. So that was how I
When you are courting, 2 years, 2 years is enough for anybody to know whoever you are courting for marriage.
met. Yes,
Okay. How did you propose? Was it the one that proposed you or you proposed him?
he was the one. He
He
was
was
the
the one.
one. Yes,
Who was responsible for the marriage rights and all that?
he was the one.
Pay all the bills.
Yes,
And where are you
from Abia State,
from? And him
from Imo State.
from Imo State.
Yes.
What is it?
Presently, now like last month I saw his friends on the road. I didn't know he was working. I didn't know.
No,
So
what was it into when you married? When
okay,
you
when
got
he married,
yeah,
he was working with pharmaceutical company.
as well. Is it a pharmacist?
No, he was working as their staff.
What kind of staff? Is it a cleaner?
No, not a cleaner.
Security?
Administration. In the admin department.
Okay.
Yes.
Was he assisting when both of you were courting? Then was he assisting you financially? Is there any time you requested financial support from him?
I never requested
So
and
the problem is poor.
I was I
But that is the highest problem I have.
okay ma. I have never requested any assistance, and on his own he did not do this. He did not assist me.
You never requested.
Yes.
Well, we need to still have him back in the house to ask him some questions. And what is he doing presently?
He's working now.
Where?
Working with WAEC.
Why God?
Yes.
We said that.
I think at Opa.
Over center.
Yes.
At times, please let me have the office phone. You are earning 80 something thousand as your salary, and you have three kids.
Yes.
And right from inception, you get married to this man. He has never been supportive. And can I tell you the reason why the man has not been supportive? Because the man of himself financially. Yes, it is good for a woman to support her husband, but to a point, if you discover the person have given you the load, his financial load, his responsibility as the head of the house, you have to drop it. Because if you don't drop it, this is the only area you find yourself. This is a situation you will find yourself because you feel you are capable, you are equal to the task. Then, if you calculate how much you are paying your children's school fees, apparently you are spending more than your income, which I don't know how you plan it. You are earning 80,000 monthly, then you are paying 80 or 100 and something thousand, 100 what?
I mean as their school fees.
Yes,
Sometimes 150.
150,000 per term.
Yes.
You said one of the child is 80 something thousand.
Yes.
Okay, if you are earning 80,000 monthly and you enroll your three kids into school where a child is 80 something thousand, then your income is basically either you are flirting around that somebody is also supporting you financially from somewhere, or you have external business you are doing attached to your the salary you are earning, or you are also stealing from your place of work.
That is it.
Hold on. Because when you spend more than your income, there is every tendency, mostly when you are a salary earner, even if you're a business person and you spend more than your income, which is your gain, you don't plan on what you spend because you have your colleague kids schooling there. You don't know if their husband is supporting them. You don't know if they have extra business they are into. You don't even know how they are managing the situation. You want to enroll your kids there. Then you are over laboring yourself, your brain, you are giving yourself your unnecessary tension. And at the end, when you can't cope with the expenses, the expenditure you place ahead of yourself, you find yourself in this kind of situation. And when the man noticed, you keep giving. When they ask for pepper, you provide. When they ask for soup, you provide. When they ask for clothes, you provide. Bathing soap, you provide. Everything you are providing without giving in. There is time for all this. You might be doing that because you want to build your home from maybe when you guys started that relationship, or you are expecting children or whatever. But once you have responsibility, you must let the man understand he's the head of the house. You are to support, not to carry the responsibility of your home. Mostly when the man has or is able to work to earn a living, this is practically wickedness. He was working, he was not supporting. You find him a job, he was not supporting. Now he's working, he's not supporting. What kind of marriage is that? If he's asking you to leave and you are crying, then you are crying because of the sexual aspect of it. Hold on, please.
Sorry.
If he asks you to leave, because there are so many reasons why a woman should insist you want to live with a man. If you are the one picking your bills, you are the one paying your house rent, you are the one paying the bills of the kids, you are the one taking care of yourself. When you talk of hair, you talk of cream, you talk of clothing, you talk of, name them, even miscellaneous. A man is not there to help you. And you still have the urge to lie with a man. You have one child, you have two child, have three kids. You have one, is not there. You have two, is not there. You have three, is not there. Except you are looking for another sex of the child. Except you just want to become a married woman. Every woman being both male and female have responsibility in the life of both parties, partners to play. When your partner is just redundant in the relationship, is not helpful in any way, is not helpful spiritually, is not helpful financially, is not helpful morally, then I don't encourage anybody to be in such. What should be his reason? What should be his reason? Has he ever accused you of infidelity? What are his reasons? Because the man cannot just, what are his reasons? That is what I want to ask you. What are his reasons?
Ma, while I was working, as I'm, while I was working before my job stopped, to me, it wasn't easy for me as a person. But I was looking at it that he doesn't have a job. Let me still assist him
No,
on.
he was working before
Before
now.
he resigned.
Okay, when he was working, before he resigned,
Two
was he supporting?
no ma, in 2 months after our wedding, that was when he resigned from the job.
Okay, also depends on how you expose your financial state to your man before you married. And even at that, it's not a yardstick for any reasonable, responsible man to resign even if your wife is the president of the country from a place of work. Because whatever you are providing, if it's any 100,000 and you are any 1 billion, he will have his 100,000 to help himself, not even demanding from you. Let it be that he use the 100,000 to serve his personal needs or solve his extended family's needs. If he's a reasonable person, and you, I'm still telling you, which I don't have, I can only tell you the practical truth,
Yes,
and don't care how you feel. Then I will be truthful to you
yes,
so that you can make amendment to your life.
yes,
You made him behave that way because if you cried out, if you don't give, the next moment you will still give them. If the kids are being thrown from school, if you did not pay, you will go and pay because they are your kids. If the rent expired, if you did not pay, you will still pay. So if you allow him to be embarrassed, because nobody, no person, no landlord will come to talk to you or embarrass you as a wife of a man that is normal, that is not insane, or throw your things out of the house when the man is living there hard and healthy. So you are taking his shame, you are covering his shame, you are bearing his, shouldering his responsibility, leaving yourself wandering about, thinking, and also killing yourself emotionally. Then asking you again to leave the house when it's of no usefulness to your life apart from sex and having children.
if I have intention of leaving the house, I'm tired. I have inten but why I needed you people's help and support. I have complained to his family member, they did not even this presently now my children they are at home. They refuse to go to pay he refuse to pay their school, even tell them that they should stay at home, he doesn't have money. He refuse to pay the school fees. When he discovered that I'm even working, he stopped doing things in the house.
Do you cook in that house?
I cook, but before when
And
I cook, I
yeah,
will give him. And I stopped that for a long time. I've stopped. Even sex, I stopped giving him sex. He even went and reported me to my uncle. That I stopped giving him sex. My uncle called me. I said, yes. Even if he goes outside to sleep with woman, he will pay. How can I have be in a man's house, nothing? Then I'll be opening my body for him. I can't do that anymore. Can't do that anymore. Recently, I overheard his conversation with his uncle, telling his uncle that what he wants to do now is to get another woman that will be taking care of his children. The uncle was telling him that, have you seen anybody? He say he tell the uncle, I have the record. He told the uncle, that woman that I brought to come and show you. I'm not even worried about that. But I want him to start doing what he's supposed to do because my strength cannot carry me
you
again.
don't need to cry. I don't like hearing some of you. I hate when some of you cry. Don't, what is not required or what your tears, don't shed tears. Okay? His attitude, you are a real woman, a woman of virtue. And look at yourself, look at how God has blessed you, look at your future, that you'll be married, you have kids. Look at it that you're educated and you'll be having a good job. All you need is how to manage your resources. Okay? It doesn't want your tears. If you are sharing your tears, you shed tears when you are praying to God, when you are praising Him, when you are celebrating His grace in your life. You are still going to serve Him with it. If you refuse, you are going to arrest Him. Straight to the police station, you go and explain to him why he will have his children and abandon them. They will also soon need to vote, provided you have his means of livelihood. Now he's working, he's not jobless, and he don't want to take care of the kids. If he likes, you are his responsibility as his wife. He's supposed to take care of you. But if you totally refuse that, they invite him again, he turn down the invitation, he will do the next. So you
Another
don't need
thing
to
that
cry.
I must mention is, even not, he didn't started this now. This time, recently, he we don't sleep mostly at night. My husband will on candle, start doing different insect all over the house. The other day, my boy have to be choking, wake up and say, "Mommy, I can't breathe very well. I have to open the door." I don't know what is all this thing that he started doing recently.
Somebody they hold him like they are, he's already he's having a side chick or discussing with the uncle. One thing some men don't understand, uh, when they find a quiet wife, a submissive wife, they feel the wife have no hope, she's hopeless, or she has lost her value. And they started messing around with his free time, hoping what they are opting up to the street woman or the side chick can provide. But give them the opportunity for that side chick to come in. They will never stand the attitude of the side chick. The shame and disgrace will never let them speak out. Most of them died in side chick that they left their wives to go and meet because they can't speak out. Shame wouldn't let them speak out what they are passing through because they left somebody for another person and they feel they are fine an angel. Whereas who they left is the real angel that they have left to the devil. So you will calm down. You will still say, he has served him in the station of his mind. He will serve him in his place of work. And once you are sure that he is just turning down the invitation, then we'll do the rest. And meanwhile, you still call him.
Even the day they sent him that paper, he was calling his uncle saying that
Let me have it.
I went to report him, that he's not coming anywhere. They should come and carry him. Husband used to stay in the house that if I like, I should report him. Say, shall have taken him everywhere, all my family, all his family. That he doesn't fear any bagger. That is his language. That he doesn't give a damn to anybody.
You are not charging this for me. You are not charging this. Hello. Hello. Hello, Mr. Jasper. Hello. Is that not his voice? Eh?
Doesn't look like his voice.
Doesn't look like his voice.
Mm.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Jasper. Good afternoon. Okay, this is Mrs. Olushola from the Human Rights Office. Yes. We're expecting you to be in our office today over the complaint your wife made here. But we've not seen you.
It's okay. I don't understand it.
Do you hear what I
Okay,
said?
my wife wants a complaint.
Yes.
That's what happened.
Were you served an invitation letter, sir?
And I think, no, okay, let's just go to the point. My wife, I think she needs counseling. Maybe you people can help me and counsel her.
Hello, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Were you served invitation letter?
Yes, yes, yes.
Please, we will expect you to honor the invitation, whatever for whatever reason. If you think she need counseling, come and give us reason why she need counseling, then we will cancel her. Then your
It's okay.
presence is
When
needed
I
in
have time,
this
I will call
office.
you. I will get back to you.
Hello,
Yeah, excellent.
Mr. Jasper, when are we expecting you in this office?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
Yes. When I when I when I'm done, I will get it for the form. I will tell you what to come.
Please, I'm still pleading to you for the last time.
Yes.
We want to have you in our office here for a peaceful resolution. We want to have you in our
On the
office.
system, what kind of system is the solution are you talking about? Concerning me and my wife, if she thinks she has any problem, let them know. I don't I do not want to sound disrespectful. But please, like I told you, whoever if she is not in complaint to you people, I think she's the one that needs counseling. That's all I can say for now. She's
Okay,
the one
can
that
you
needs
come and
counseling.
tell us the area which she needs cancer, the reason why she needs counseling?
And for me, I do not have a problem. If she feels she has a problem, you can go ahead and talk to her. For me, I do not at this point. Let us, I just complain to anybody. If she feels she has an issue, she should go and complain to her people and let's take it up from there. If
She,
she feels like an issue, she should complain to her people because she knows honestly, I might appreciate people like, you know, my mother appreciate that. But that's what I said. She needs to be careful. And if she feels she's offended or she's hurt, she go to her people and let them, you know what to do. She shy away from that and then somebody can get the people from trying to get people that way. So that is why I will not the way I cannot think there's a problem. The way she thinks she has a problem, she can take to any people and get people. The way that you want them.
did you ask her to leave the house with the kids,
With who?
with the children?
You see, madam,
Yeah.
I wish, you see, I wish, okay, let them give you the answer. I told my wife, look, if you don't have clothes, and all my wife and your wife, what is important? What is zero? But this woman, if this one is just for like 90 now, we are not like we are just existing as you know, like this one. I can't call it husband and wife. For like what I mentioned now, is it correct? Is it correct?
And this is the reason why we want to meet with you.
Well, yes, sir. But please, I have made up my mind. Anything that has to do with her, I will not sit down and see that because it doesn't work. We have done it separately. It's not working. I have all had personally. It's not working. So would I treat my face because I'm married? If she thinks she's something, she can move away and take their life. But my children are going to take care of my take care of them to as I can.
You are taking care of the kids.
Yes.
You are paying the
So
school fees.
you are supposed to be taking I even as a people say policy, I even send them, to their school. Go and verify. But each time this one keep on making me back leg. So okay, I don't go to I don't pay her. Saying also from something that someone who is for them.
Mr. Jasper, I will still encourage you to calm down.
Look at it, I'm a doctor.
There is
That's
no,
why I think no, so
Mr. Jasper,
okay. Yeah, let me see.
I will still encourage you to calm down. There is no home that is perfect, and there is no perfect human being anywhere in this earth, including myself talking to you. If you have been to your family, you have been to other places over this matter, can you hear me?
if if I want to be frank with you,
Yes.
I have tried everything possible to make this woman happy. It's not working. And I have taken a decision. I have so that's why I don't want to waste my time, waste anybody's time, coming, sitting down, talk, and at the end of the day, it won't talk to any result. This person, this person, you need to prevent this. Let somebody come and complain. Look at this. The other person is the bad sheep. It can't work between me and this person. So anytime that I have tried, I never trained, not to try. You have usually complained to every big and hurry to make me a bad person. I don't say, but God knows. And I have taken a decision. I can't come and sit down anywhere. So we see that we will start talking, trying to initiate this stuff because it will not work. This one, she knows she should come and tell her people the truth. Okay, I am tired. We get used to come and start to the person. I am tired of her. Why I am tired is because she insults me, accuse me, call me names. I think, oh my God, is this the best I put? You know, this thing started even to one of so ma, please.
Mr.
I don't need to. I
Hold
don't
on,
need to
sir.
disrespect you. I
Hold
will
on,
not.
Mr.
But the
Jasper.
issue that has to do with that woman, oh.
Hold on first.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
You don't know. We don't know. We're just talking on phone. I just want to give you opportunity. At least you air your own mind a little.
Uh,
But I'm appealing to you. Just even if it is 30 minutes, 10 minutes, try your best. Let's have it first. Whatever is the issue, kids are involved. Even if both of you are going your separate way, there will be no problem because you are both adults. But for God's sake,
yeah.
just give just one chance of honoring the invitation. Let's see you first. Please calm down. Don't be angry. Whatever she has done to you, please, for the sake of God and the kids, let it be plain. Let's see you first. There is no way we hear from her and run into judgment without hearing from you. There is always fire before smoke. You understand? And there's no way we'll just take all her statements without hearing from you as the husband of the house. Please, for whatever reason, take even if it's 10 minutes from the place of work. I understand you are working at where's it called? Work office and program. And the office is also in Ikeja here. Please calm down your mind. Don't be angry. In any way she has provoked you, calm down, sir. Please let's have just 10-15 minutes conversation. Please. Appeal to
I've spoken words, and like I said, my wife appreciates your effort.
thank you, sir.
What but just I think I have set up my mind for some issues like that, and I wouldn't want to go back to that. Because I have I have seen that this one cannot change, and there is nothing anybody will say for her, and she will change. All
Just
this
just
is
give
just
me just give us
you
the
know,
grace. Just
yeah,
even if she change,
fine,
just the
fine,
grace. Just the grace
fine,
from you.
yes, fine,
We
fine.
don't we may not
I
force
will.
her to change, but let's have you first. Please, sir.
This man, in fact, I feel somehow to discuss sound somehow disappointing.
Yes, sir.
You know, in this regard, I want to contact this woman. I think I have made up my mind. I have made up my mind to let everything go because I have oh,
Sorry.
I do not even want to. This woman cannot change. This woman, I do not know the appropriate word to qualify her. But all the way I look at it, I have taken a decision to that she is not really, she can go to her people. And then, you know, I'm not wrong, but I'm not, I'm not that, oh, I don't want to, get just, I don't want to start talking about this woman.
How old is the marriage now?
Very 14 years,
13 years.
14, 13 to 14 years. And it has been, you know, initially I was thinking it's just, you know, over time to change out, over time to, you know, gradually continue to escalate. Now it has looked beyond repair.
I
And
know.
as it were right now, you know, there are some certain times in a man's life he will take a decision, which whether it is famous or not, but to act it. So looking at that, I don't, I think I am too. I am
Okay,
too.
aside the marriage, there are other issues that we want to discuss with you, which you complain. That is why I am appealing to you.
Yes,
If
let
upon
me
what,
complain.
hold on, sir.
Complain.
Hold on, sir.
Uh,
The issue what you are emphasizing on is the relationship, which the office cannot force you to be in a relationship you are not pleased with. But I will advise you come to the office. We'll give you another date. If you don't give another date, we'll provide you another date, which you will come. Then the other aspect of which you complain, we'll be able to iron that out so that if both of you want to move on, we encourage her to move on peacefully. That is the essence of our problem. Nobody is forcing you to be in the marriage. Okay?
so as much as I do not want to take my I do not want to be part of another another thing. I do not want to be part of anything that has been done. Because I
You
have
said
said that
you
in
bought
life,
a land
you can't tell people
with
so
your money.
you can't tell people to
Eh?
do about things.
Okay,
So
hold
whatever
on,
things
sir.
I'm presenting,
Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. One, she said she bought a land. She gave you money for a land that you went to buy. You did not give her the land properties, neither did you get her involved. You collected the money to her. Just like I said, there are other things involved, but nevertheless, we are trying to appeal to you for a better and peaceful resolution, even if both of you are moving on. But anything contrary to that, we will apply force. Do you understand me?
even
I've, hold on, sir,
uh,
because it's my card I'm using to call you, and I believe I've given you some time to express your own grievance or to make a statement as regard to our complaint. Uh, I say there are other complaints outside relationship. Either you want the marriage or you don't want the marriage. One, issue of child upkeep can be discussed. The issue of the money she said she gave to you can be addressed. The issue of want to throw her things out of the house or move her the kids out of the house can be addressed. All these are things that both parties can agree and how it can be done properly. If you have moved on with your life, good and fine. Nobody can ever on this earth force a woman on you. That is the practical truth. Nobody can on this earth force you on her, and that also is the practical truth. But the issue is that the other things that she have complained, sure you have to be in the office here. Let it be resolved amicably outside the marriage.
okay. It's okay. Then every other thing she has like what you have narrated does not exist. Like I said, that is why I said I don't want to be packaged to it because it won't give any result. This person, I have known her, I have,
Okay,
taken up with her.
Mr. Jasper.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you will hear from us now. Thank you. Have your
Okay.
rest. Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay. For those of you that keep saying, uh, hear from the man first, hear from the man first. You know, every day, every time we handle cases, once we listen to even first party, if I don't want to jump into conclusion, I will all the time. If I eventually, for whatever reason, tell you this is the end of this case and this is it, please don't doubt me. You've heard how the man sound, but nevertheless, our step will not be revealed in the public. But you will hear from us and you will see watch it when we start up our next step. Thank you for being with us. You've heard him, you've literally heard everything he was saying, how he talks and all that and all that. So how on earth would you tell this person said, okay, if heard from you, you are lying, you are doing this, you are doing that. From the statement of the man, has he made mention of one thing that this is what this woman is saying or what she has done? Not. Have you heard his accusation? What he has accused this woman of? He insulted me, which every man and woman have at times have their crisis somehow. You must not tell your wife or your husband you are stupid to be counted an insult. There are body languages and all that you can give that can be counted as an insult. But what led to that? Did he say anything? No. So I just on my own want to just play along so that you understand the kind of person he is. But I believe both of you, all of you have known this kind of person. So don't worry, we cannot reveal our next step to the public, but as usual, you will see the results when we mark it. The same way she comes here. You see Helen, Stella. And Stella, you've heard from what the man is saying. Every other thing we'll discuss it off camera. Okay? But you need to be fine. You need to be what? To be fine. Marriage is not the end of anybody's life, right? Marriage is not the end of anybody's life, being you man or woman. You can only feel your marriage is breaking when the partner is useful to you, when you are in love. And the only one person you cannot love, when only you love, then it become foolishness. You must see at least likeness from your opposite sex, from your partner, for you to extend your love. I know they say love is blind, but if you don't see anything at all, you are the only one loving. You're under a spell or foolishness. The way you sound, if truly this is how you are, because I cannot in any way vote for anybody, even me, only God knows me. There are some action you will put up. My reaction will bring opposite of me, right? I can be aggressive when I talk, but don't be surprised that in most cases I don't react in some areas that I'm supposed to react. I overlook. Some people can be as calm as water, they are more dangerous than death. If he had come to give his own side of his story or response to your allegation, then we will count where you can cast blame on you or him on how to resolve. But one thing for sure, let me tell you, what cheaters counted so much as fun, enjoyment, good life is cheating. When a woman cheats on her husband, and because naturally she's promiscuous and she loves cheating, when she's cheating on her husband, there is no issues and not that. She feels she's living a good life and she's happy because she's sharing the body, both the ones that she's not satisfied with and the ones she's satisfied with. Unknowingly to you, that whom you are cheating on, spirit might be hurting you. And once you are cheating outside, your partner become nothing before you. Why? Because you begin to compare. You compare sexual satisfaction performance. And let me tell you, people that cheat, who you are cheating with can never show you his or her true color. Because what the person needed from you is either the money of the man and the sexual satisfaction, or the money of the woman or her sexual satisfaction. So when you meet a man that cheats with a married woman, he tells the woman what he think or he knows that the husband cannot tell her, because you must have complained to that man before both of you started cheating. And once he got to know your weak points and the area the man is not performing in your house, he will take advantage of that. The person might be worse than your husband, but because he knows the weak point of that family, he take advantage of that, and that is where he capitalizes. If it is love talking, if it's sweet words, if it is good, if it's that, my husband is not doing this, my husband is not doing that, and the person want to have access to you, the person is not real. He will do maybe little of that, eight to one or twice, that is the end of it. But when you are cheating, you see your husband as nobody. After all, you have satisfied outside sexually. If he's talking, you compel the way the other man pets you. Oh, you look nice. When you come out, he praise the way you are looking. Even if your hair is not looking nice, you see, say the way you pack your hair today is actually looking pretty. Angel. The missing words that married men don't give to their wife at home, and they feel it's a taboo to make your wife an angel to you. And when a man started cheating in his marriage, his behavior will certainly change, because he started comparing sexual satisfaction, comparing how the lady will call, honey, have you reached home? Have you eaten? What did you eat? This and that. Have you taken your beds? Are you feeling cold? I'm missing you. All sorts. And because of those cheating words of text messages and hiding to call and video nonsense, they will be seeing you as nobody. Because somebody out there is doing that. Watch it. Once the person step into the house, a cheat is always a cheat. A promiscuous man is always a promiscuous man. A promiscuous woman is always a promiscuous woman, except God intervention. A woman that sleep around can sleep with anything. Once the urge comes and who satisfy her is not available, anything available, she goes for it. Applicable to men that cheat and men that sleep around that cheat in their mind. They don't have spec, they are just lying. Once the urge come, even if it's a dog that is available to make them satisfied, they will do it. And they look at you as nobody. They will start seeing errors in you. You don't cook on time, you are nagging, you are doing this, your hair is not good, your character is not good, the children have not taken their beds, even if those are the things that you have been saying and you never see error in it. for a month, for three, with three kids, and you are satisfied. You said you are done with it. You are satisfied. Let her just move on with her life without considering what both of you have shared together. If you did not cut a marriage, though this is not a topic, and these are things I'm going to talk personally on, a topic to discuss. Have a lot to discuss with women out there. But some women are dying, some have died. If you are crying and I show you the emotional heart I feel, you will cry more, you will break down, it will affect your health. But I will only tell you, put don't cry. Say with the harsh words so that they can stop. If I pet you, the emotion will come. You keep crying and crying again. You don't know, I don't know how long you have cried at so I don't know how many cries you have cried before coming out. And you know, tears is not good for your eye. Tears can blind eyes. Are you aware? If you are talking and I allow you to just and you cry, someone will say, leave and let her cry. No. Speak what is in your mind, what is existing, what has been happening. Then you hear the truth and package to yourself. I'm going to talk to you off camera, okay? You're such a pretty young lady. Marriage is good, but when marriage is not honorable, don't let anybody deceive you. It's not bed of roses. Crisis is bound to come. When you try your physical, then go in spiritual. I don't know the level in which you are prayed for your marriage. One thing is for you to try the physical aspect of it. Another thing is for you to run to God and cry for God intervention. If you move out there, as if ever beat you,
When we got married, we did that. But since then,
so there is no violence there. If he has given room to come in, possibly there must be a change. Depends on the kind of friends he keeps. Depends on the kind of family members he associated with. So depends on who he mingle up with, depends on who he associates with, depends on who is advising him. Even some adults don't have mind of their own. If you speak A, they go to A. If you talk B, they go to B. And their mind is not stable to have control.
nice. The only person my husband, even his friends, doesn't relate with his friends. They called him on this matter. He said he doesn't want nobody should talk to him about this matter. The only person my husband listens to is his uncle. And that uncle present since how many years I entered there now, he's not living with his wife. That is how his wife left children too. So that is the only person my husband calls. Even when you people call him, he call the man and say he's not going anywhere. That they should come and drag him. He's not going anywhere. So but even when I had two girls, because I had girls first, my auntie was telling me that, are you sure it's not because of this girl child you have? I say no, like this person. That is
You
my
have three kids.
yes, two girls and a boy.
Uh-huh.
So when I had the girls with all this his car, it started it when we got married. So I was thinking because of frustration of the job, that is why he's doing that. Let me know, let me calm down for him and assist him in any way I can assist him. Even I when there was employment on farm, federal government work, they called me to come and take the job. I said no, I don't want. My husband needs a job. Me, I already have. They say okay, they will pay 100,000 for them to work it out. I have to send, even I gave him the money, he has to travel. Whether he paid for this, I don't know. If a job opportunity come, I will give it to him. Even a woman in my compound said she has a school, they have a school that they need driver. My husband should come and assist them with his bus. Even if he will not be the one to drive it, let them get driver. My husband refused, turned the offer, and came inside the house and was shouting at me that I went to report to the woman that it was. I said, what's my own? The woman is staying in the compound, sees you in the house. I've suggested to my husband, use your car for Uber. My husband will say no. Give people to drive for you. My husband will say no. The, one of the car was on the street. Government came to tow it. Today, it didn't collect that car. The government took it. The bus and the car, we don't know where it is. My one of my madam, the husband called me, say he heard that my husband had a car, bus. Can they do business together? I said, "Ah, due to the type of man and I went, I said I don't know until I talk to him. I
You
went
still want the marriage?
me.
Yeah,
No,
you don't want the marriage.
no.
The what you really want, that will determine what
I want one. I want to stay on my own, and I want my children to stay with me. That is what.
we'll talk to him. We'll still talk to him since you don't want the marriage. You know, you are the one that is in. The issue of the children, will talk to him. Let the children deal with him. You can be seeing the kids. Okay? So that we'll see how you can things can be put in place. If assuming it's here, we would have discussed that. The hence is not here and you don't want the marriage, then we'll know what that step to take.
And I don't know if it's the right. There are some debts on my head that I'm owing in that school, the former school they left. Even this one that he's making mouth now, if you want the school number, I can give it to you. My children is they are still at home. They have not gone to school. So there are some debts I need to clear in my head. The house rent we pay, where we moved there, I borrowed it. I have to clear it.
Because you are the problem of it. I've told you, you are nice, but your niceness you stretch it too much. You say you are being stressed because of a man that is not showing you love and kindness. You are being tense because of a man that does not care if you exist. You are being emotionally down because of a man that does not care, doesn't even know your value as pretty as you are. So many, so many. And not that you are handicapped.
There's no way I can know. Even where I was working, the place is like a hostel school. I went there to work. So one woman there suggest to me is that I should be selling something there. I said, ah, where I'm working? He say yes. So he said, people are selling things. I said, there is nothing for me to sell. He said, okay, why not sell garri? That is raw garri with sugar. Students will like it. I went my way. Even she's the one that gave me 1,000 and I bought that thing. When I came home, my daughter was saying, Mom, you want to be selling this? I said, yeah, let me see how it will go. So as I was tying that sugar, I first of all tied it. My husband came inside. He saw me tying the sugar. He shake head, say, "Is this where I am now? I have not seen anything yet. I have not seen anything yet. This is just the beginning." So he went back. So after tying the sugar, I was now tying garri. He now came inside. He said, "You are tying garri." He brought cup to come and take garri. I said, "I'm not giving. This is what I'm selling. I can't give it to you." He angrily he left. I don't know what I even after the house I rented, the one we are staying presently, after
What
paying
kind of apartment?
a room and parlour, that was what my money can afford. I told him I borrowed that money. When we pay when we enter that house, the change that remained, I say let me start something since I've looked for work I've not seen. I went to be selling soup item in the market. Every day I came come home, my husband would be insulting me, say, is this we graduate like you? Don't see any other thing to do is to sell soup
Sell what?
that is soup full stock. Na how can a graduate like you go inside the market and be selling? I say, did you provide anything for me? Did you give me money to start business?
So are you working now? You're selling.
Now I'm working. I just got a job 2 months ago, May. I just got a job.
You just need to compose yourself. Because if you are working and you look at every dog that can a dog back at you, you kick stone, you stone back again, then you you will not have focus. You know what you want, you know what is giving you money. You move on, face what is providing you
I'm not, I don't
is. Okay.
Yes.
We'll, we'll give you a date after once I send it to them. Yeah. The kids are at home now.
Yes.
Is there any way we can reach them?
Before it's time, my neighbor that is teaching, she might have come back. But that is
All right, viewers, thank you. We'll give you an update as far as this is concerned. We're having a DNA result on Friday. Stay put, to be back in a moment.